Salutations and good vibes. It's Thursday. It's 9 o'clock. It's Thursday Night Vibes with Master Rochi and Lucid. Welcome, Lucid.
Welcome. Thank you.
I see that you got the Christmas tree treatment also.
Yes, I did. I saw your beard and I was like, man, I had to have some.
Right. Well, yours was by choice. Mine was by Mama Rochi. I am the substitute Christmas tree this year because, well, I guess I stand around a lot and do nothing, and it was cheaper than getting a tree, so here I am. Thank you, Mama Rochi. Anyway, I just, I shared an article earlier about Big Pharma getting back into cannabis. And Pfizer purchased a San Diego company recently for $6 billion. And now Pfizer's not the only big pharma that's coming into cannabis. Johnson & Johnson's also involved and all. I was thinking about an Orwellian scenario that you get everything that you ask for, but nothing that you want. Yeah. Now think about this, because I'm creating a conspiracy theory here.
Ooh.
Yeah. From the mind of Master Rochi. So
pay attention.
Just imagine that with Big Pharma backing cannabis starts to become legal. But then, due to all the FDA testing and everything, that this will be so highly tested and regulated, more than anything else that you would consume, that pretty soon the only people that are able to produce it to those standards is, guess who? Big Pharma.
Yep.
So, of course, when it comes to this, then it will have to be dispensed. So we're going to have medical marijuana everywhere because of the legislating that will be brought about by the Big Pharma money to say, oh, well, the people that can produce this and run the dispensaries or whatever are going to have to be associated with these larger companies.
Yeah.
And it just scares me that with Big Pharma starting to come in, and the money that they have behind them, they'll write the laws as they see fit, and I'm afraid it's going to change the landscape of the cannabis industry if that happens.
Yeah, and it could get worse if that does happen. So
Oh, much. I mean, again, that's just a conspiracy theory of my own making.
Yeah.
But I thought, we've asked for all of this, and they're going to give us everything we asked for, but nothing that we actually want. And that's kind of the expectations anymore of government. Anyway, here in a little while, we've got something really special going on. We have our friend David Thompson. He was on here. In fact, I think he was our very first guest on the show. Mm-hmm. And we had some audio issues and a few other technical difficulties. But David's got a release coming out Saturday, and we have a sneak preview of this release. So we're going to be playing
content.
Exclusive content. And David, thank you for allowing us to do this for you, my friend. And he's going to be back on after the first of the year. But here in a little while, we are going to be playing his new release.
Yes, and it's very good. It's very good.
Right on. Well, over the next few days, we will be starting our educational series. So in about a week, you should start finding those on our site, and a link to what will be our other channels. So we're going to start out with the history of cannabis.
That's going to be my favorite subject because I love history.
History or cannabis?
Well, both.
You can only have one favorite.
I would have to go cannabis, honestly. It's so fascinating, man.
Yeah.
So fascinating.
Oh. Oh, you're still hung up on the history of cannabis. I'm just going for the cannabis, man.
Oh, I mean that too.
But you know, it's gonna amaze you how long and for how many uh, civilizations use cannabis in so many different ways. It's an amazing plant. From all of the building properties, the uh, agricultural land reclamation. In fact, did you know how they cleaned up Chernobyl?
Hmm. I don't, but is it something to do with hemp?
Yes, it is. They planted and hemp, and hemp actually draws all of those toxins out of the soil.
Oh,
And just by repeatedly planting hemp and working it back in and all, they've really reduced the amount of toxins in the soil. Hemp is an amazing plant. Cannabis is an amazing plant.
oh yeah.
We got to get together. We got to figure out this legalization.
Hmm.
Now, talk about something kind of confusing. 2 weeks ago, or earlier this week, I read a couple of articles. One, it was our governor, Holcomb, stating that he has no interest in Indiana legalizing cannabis before the federal government does so. And then, not 2 days after, I get another article from Holcomb saying, well, he is very open to letting the legislature, discuss the possibilities of legalizing cannabis in Indiana. So, you know, I wish the governor would decide, is he pro legalization in Indiana, or is he still absolutely opposed?
I mean, come on. Let's just legalize it. Come
Right.
on. We're past the point.
It
We might
really,
as well.
it really is. And Indiana, thankfully, is in good shape financially, unlike some other states. So he really doesn't care if we get new business for Indiana's revenue or not. Uh, and just like everywhere else, you can't find any workers, want to do any jobs, so it's really not an employment issue for them. But I bet, I bet if you offer somebody a job in the cannabis industry, I don't think you're going to have a problem filling those positions.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when I was staying in Cali for those 8 months, at one point I was looking to get a second job at like a dispensary or something like that, or even on a farm, and I couldn't believe how hard it actually is to find a position within the cannabis industry. So
One job that I think is going to be very needed in the future, and I would encourage people to start checking it out. I know that there's a few institutions that are offering certificates and all, is for Cannacoachs
oh
to
yes.
help people with their CBD dosages and oil blends and all. Uh, this is going to be a very needed field in the future. And I'd like to see more nurses and doctors exploring the uses of CBD and cannabis. Unfortunately, a lot of our doctors weren't even taught about the endocannabinoid system. It just wasn't in medical schools until I think it was
Recently,
introduced
right?
in, I think, 2018.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So the physician that you're seeing may not be up to date at all on cannabis and CBD therapies, and it's always good to discuss this with your doctor. Let them know that you consume cannabis or CBD because there may be interaction with other medications, or if all of a sudden you're starting to improve, you can let them know that, maybe it wasn't all the pharmaceuticals you gave me, maybe the cannabis or CBD had something to do with it also.
Exactly.
And that way they can help you with the proper treatment. But with any type of supplements or medication, you always want to consult a physician. We want you to get the most out of your CBD and cannabis treatment, but we want you to do it safely and effectively.
Everyone's different. You got to do your research. You got to look into different strains and ask around, and when you do it properly and you know what to look for, it's a lot easier to get treated
Right.
for that issue. So.
Well, and that brings us to the other portion of this. We are setting up a registry of vetted providers, Canna doctors, Canna nurses, Canna coaches for North America, United States, and Canada, Providence by state and state. So people are looking for somebody to help them and with their CBD. They can locate them by state. And if you are interested in becoming part of our registry, go to our website, which is masterochisgarden.com, and there's a button, apply, I think, for the registry, and click on that. As we gather names, we'll be getting information out to you, but we're looking forward to support and helping a lot of people. This is very important. This is extremely underserved community, especially in prohibition states.
Mm-hmm.
In your legal states, you have several doctors and nurses and all that are working with cannabis. It's the prohibition states that we are woefully lacking qualified individuals to help um, people seeking relief. Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't we see what David Thompson has to offer us?
Oh yeah. I
And
believe the song's called "Behind Me." Is that
Beside me.
beside me? I apologize. Beside me.
beside me, well, here is your sneak peek at David Thompson's Beside Me. Enjoy. We'll be back in just a moment.
Now I'm not here to settle scores. You're not here to be adored. And now the rhyme can't find me. And I'm begging you, stand beside me. Stand beside me. Now I'm not trying to save you. Just trying to know you. Now the rhyme can't find me. And I'm begging you, stand beside me. Stand beside me. Just stand beside me. Now you're trying to hide me. You think the angels won't find me. You put on
Hey, welcome back, and thank you, David. That was beautiful.
Loved it.
Really enjoyed it. Can't wait to get you back on the show here after the first of the year. As always, good stuff. And we're figuring out our technical issues, and one step at a time. Uh,
We've come a long way though, even in a couple weeks.
yeah, we have.
Shout out to Waylon.
We
You the
have.
man.
Uh, Oh, product update.
Yes.
Yeah, we're still kind of hung up on the labels, and we're we're kind of in a holding pattern. And so as soon as we can get them out, we're gonna get them out. I'll tell you, you're gonna love our Groovy Days, Ambrosia Nights, and Golden Medley. I can't wait for everybody to try them.
I'm excited, dude. I cannot wait myself.
Right,
I know a bunch
right.
of people that are excited too, especially for our CBD blends. And like our Golden Medley, I think is the one right now that everyone's like, ooh, okay.
Right. Well, we also are going to have Super Lemon Haze, Strawberry Skittles, and Yoda cartridges of our Infinity Blend available.
Ooh.
So those are our three uh, uh, flavors that I think are really our three initial flavors. I think are really gonna surprise some people. I mean, it's good stuff. Well, as always, I want to wish everybody happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. Celebrating the winter solstice. So, from us to you, as always, peace, love, and good vibes. Good night, my friends.